Hey everyone, it's Kelly Day coming to you live from Colorado on the new art.com studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make mixed media birds, and we'll just give everyone a minute to be here. So give me a shout and let me know where you're from. It's great to see everyone. Hey Tracy, hey Melanie, so great to see all of you here. Hey Malia. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kelly Day. I'm a mixed media artist. I paint and show and sell my work and license it. You can see some of my songbirds behind me here. They're available as prints actually on art.com/Kelly. I'm also an art mentor and also an art educator for Golden Paints. For those of you who don't know what mixed media is, it simply means, just like it sounds, it's just mixing all different kinds of materials in your art. So for me, like these paintings behind me, I love to incorporate acrylic paint and collage, illustration. You can put watercolor, you can put pastel. I love to use spray paint. And so it's just mixing everything that you love into your art, and that makes it so exciting. So my paintings are really involved, but I'm just going to give you like a simple way to get started today. So let's get going. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by making some really simple little bird shapes here. So go ahead and grab your paint, and I'm just going to get a little bit of it on my palette here. And you can even add a little water to it if you want it to be runnier. And then let's just make a simple bird shape. And a real easy way to do that is just to do a half circle and then just do another little half circle for the head. So it doesn't have to be fancy. You could smooth the head out if you want. I'm going to show you my top secret tricks afterwards for fixing any mistakes. So just do a couple little half circles in one of your favorite colors, and then let's grab another color. I'm going to grab this light green shade. It's also nice to have some paper towel to dab your brush on after you clean it in the water. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little of this light green and put it on my palette. It's kind of thick, so I'm going to add a little water to water it down. Hey, Wild Apple Art. Okay, so let's make another bird shape. We can make a different shape with a little figure 8. So do a little figure 8, super simple. You could do some tail feathers like that. There's your second bird. And let's grab another color. So really, don't worry about how perfect these are at all. This is just about playing around, having fun, and it looks really good if you do your birds in a variety of different shapes. So I've got some teal. This is a fluid acrylic, and I'm gonna do, let's do one flying in here. So we're gonna do another half circle with a little half circle for the head, and then how about just some little whoop-de-doos for the wings there, so he's like flying in. And whoops, don't worry about mistakes. We'll fix them later. And really, this is more of a cutesy piece. All right, let's do one more. So, all right. Hey, everyone. I can see you in there, and hopefully you guys are painting along with me. And if not, this is going to be archived on art.com, and you'll be able to come back and watch it later. So, okay, let's do one more. Let's do another one flying in this direction. So a little half circle with another little half circle for the head. Look at all these beautiful colors and some wings flying in. Okay, some little tail feathers. And you can round out the head a little if you want, but don't worry about it. Okay, so now look at those gorgeous colors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you're at home, you can blow dry this. You want to get these to dry, and then we're going to start collaging. So you can set them out in the sun or you can blow dry them. I actually have a sheet, because I'm so prepared today, of dried birds. So let's go to step 2. Once your birds are dry, we're going to take some of your pretty little collage papers and start gluing them on for the wings. So grab some pretty little pieces. You could even find Like, look at this. I found some old musical paper. You could rip up magazines, or I've got a whole box of this gorgeous origami paper that you can order. I think I got that like on Amazon, actually. Okay, so grab your glue stick, or if you have Mod Podge, a lot of people use Mod Podge in schools to do collage with. And I'm going to get a clean brush. Well, actually, you guys don't need a brush. Go ahead and use your glue sticks. I'm going to use this gel that I use to collage. I use all these professional materials, but you don't have to buy this expensive stuff. If you're at home with your kids, just use a little glue stick, and we're going to put some of these pretty papers on here for wings. So go ahead and stick these down with your glue sticks. You can cut them or you can rip them. You can see that I like to kind of rip those papers just to keep it loose and not too perfect, because as Elizabeth Gilbert says, perfection is a serial killer. It will ruin your creativity, so don't be too creative. All right, let's see. I mean, don't be too perfect. Definitely be too creative. Okay, let's just grab some more of these little papers and glue them down. Let's see, what do I want to use now? Oh, here's kind of a cool one. So I'm going to put my glue on the back of this paper and just kind of put it down for this little bird who's sitting here. And again, if you have any questions, I will take them as soon as I'm done here. And let's see, how about another one for this gal or guy? And you can cut them if you want them to be a little bit smoother. So put your glue on the back and then just glue your wings down. And you can do tail feathers too. It gets really pretty if you've got some tail feathers going there. Okay, look at this. This is origami paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's give some origami wings to this guy up here. Okay, and it's really about, all the colors and the textures coming together. How amazing it makes it. They don't have to match. They don't have to be perfect. It's just when you look at all these colors and textures together, it's just a delight for the eye. Okay, and again, you'll be able to see all this stuff on art.com/Kellie, or the video will be posted afterwards on art.com. Okay, let's see. We've got one more little baby bird here. Let's give this baby bird some wings. All right. And if your glue isn't sticking, you're going to need to use more glue, first of all, but you could take a paper towel and really push that paper down. You could set something heavy on it to make sure it really gets solid when it's drying. All right, let me grab one more here. This is stuff we go really in depth with my art mentoring students, but I'm just trying to keep this super simple for you guys here. Because I know some of you have kids in that. Okay, so that's how we get started on the collage, and you can go as in-depth as you want. You can, of course, add more wings. Maybe I'll just give this guy one more little bit of a wing, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, let's see. All right, so dab your glue down. If you're using a glue stick, make sure it's a new one that's still kind of wet, not too dried out, or if you're using Mod Podge, that works well. All right, now grab your gel pens or your paint markers, and this is the trick, is really just adding a few little details at the end. So if you've got a gold gel pen, I've got this paint marker here. Let's go ahead and make some little beaks for these guys. Just to really, well, that's a little high, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about perfection. I really believe it's your the human element, the little flaws, little imperfections that show your vulnerability and your voice. Okay, so if you want, you can outline their bodies a little. That will help kind of distinguish what your birds look like if that is of interest to you. You could really just have as much fun as you want with these paint markers and gel pens because these are what kind of pull it all together in the end. Here's our little baby bird. So it's just really doodling. Like, don't worry too much how perfect it is. It's just a little silly doodling. Okay. This guy's a bigger one. And so my super secret trick, I thought I told you I would share with you. If your bird shape isn't what you're wanting it to be, you can take a little white paint and you can paint around the edge. I'll show you in a minute here. So for example, if you have a little white paint and you don't like the shape of your bird, you can just cover that up. Hopefully you can all see this with a little white paint and no one will know. There is no need to tell anyone what you've done here. Just show them and wow them. Okay, so now last thing, I'm going to take my white paint marker and I'm going to just give a few little lines on the tail feathers and the wings because I think that really kind of makes it look like there's some little feathers coming through when you do that. And you know what works really well if you don't have these fancy paint markers that I do is you can get those Sharpie paint markers that are black and white. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. Oh, I forgot one thing. Let's take a black marker and just do a little eye for everyone, just to give it a little point of interest. Little eyeballs for our birdies. You can even name them with your kids. Sometimes the kids just love to name the different birds. Okay, so that's kind of how you start doing mixed media. There's so much more. Thanks for joining me, everyone. You can see more about my work at kelliedayart.com, and you can buy art prints at art.com/Kellie. Thanks for joining me.